Camels gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning, death and hatred to mankind.
I forgot to push the button to pull me up. I'm tired. Welcome to Shaman Sundays. I'm your host, Brandon Cooper. I think just got back from another 1,000-mile round trip. It's been a week of ups and downs, and we'll talk about some of that. My guests tonight, were actually part of the fun part of my weekend, and I really needed that. A lot of you guys know that I went up to Maryland to bury a brother of mine, Marine Corps brother. So it was kind of a weekend, but boy, it ended up pretty good. We got a lot to talk about, but let's say hey to some people. Hello, Joanne. Joanne, I think we have a gig in Canada maybe this year. We might come up and see you. Carol. Hello, Carol. That's who I was looking for. Have you seen my rock? Have you seen it? It's got a little head, but a big old tip. Just the tip. That was for you, Amanda. I got to meet Amanda East too this weekend. Oh my God, what a wonderful woman, and her husband. I think it's her husband. Sweetbread. Good dude. Brian Wells, thank you. I did have a brain fart. You know what? It happens. You like the new intro? Yeah. Well, KDE did some of it, and that new countdown music was actually written by one of the members of Supernatural Inc. So we threw that in there. I'm glad you guys like the new intro. This was the first time trying it out. That's right, Amanda, just the tip. So a couple things before I bring my guests on. We're going to have a good time, but I guess I should light the sage before I start talking about this stuff. So we're going to light the sage. We're going to try to get rid of all of that negative BS that we're bringing with us from this week, our last week, and have a fresh, happy, good start to the coming week. So the sage is lit. And now that the sage is lit, I have some things to get off my chest. First of all, if I'm in a conversation with somebody else talking about somebody in the paranormal and you decide to butt in with your opinion, and I look at you and I tell you, I don't remember asking for your fucking opinion, don't look at me like I'm stupid. I'm a shaman, not a saint. I'm about tired of all this BS drama in the paranormal field. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not going to listen to people badmouth other people. Because if you do, this is what happens. This is what the old gnome does. He drives and he goes to meet these people in person, and I make my own decision. And I have made a decision, and I'm backing some people that's had a lot of shit talked about them. And these are some of the greatest people that I've met. They invited me into their home, fed me, didn't know who I was, actually thought I was there for penis Reiki. Remember penis Reiki, because we're going to talk about the penis Reiki. Just remember that, okay? We'll get into that. But, look, man, Look, y'all, the drama that he said, I don't like this person, I don't like that person. Well, I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to make my own decision. I'm not going to listen to the BS anymore, which I don't, and I'm not going to put up with it. So if you see me and I'm talking about one of my paranormal friends, and you just happen to say, well, I don't like them, and when you get cussed out because I'm at that point, don't look at me sideways. We've had enough. I've had enough. Some of the y'all don't. I say y'all. Okay, the viewers. I know y'all don't really participate. We don't play that game. But there's so many people out there that are trying to destroy people's lives. Right? Messing with mental health is no to me. I can't. I won't. I'm not going to tolerate it. Oh, anyway, there's a whole lot more to say, but I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to say anything. But I witnessed it firsthand this weekend, and we got to do something, y'all. Anyway, we got some people joining us in the chats. Let's see. Let me catch up. Tracy Rizzo, I need to call you. I got some shirts that we need to make that we came up with over the weekend. Tabitha Meadows, thank you for tuning in. Anthony, what's up there? The Wraith King or whatever. I can't remember what you are, brother, other than my buddy. So, all right, and we'll pull up some comments here in a minute, but I want to go ahead and get to my guest tonight. My guest tonight is Pam Berry. I'm sure a lot of you guys know them or know of the Gettysburg Bash. She and her husband have run it. All the proceeds go to veterans. And they're very just wonderful people. And I will put this out there. They're now on my friends list. Their family. That's enough about that. And then I've got Stacy Lee. She is a master Reiki healer. She is amazing. She's also a psychic medium, among other things. And it's just, she's an amazing lady. And I just happened to run into her this weekend. I haven't seen her in a year since Hell House Paracon. So we're just going to bring them up. Sorry, I went on a little tangent, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us. I'm excited to be here.
So let's start with Pam. Let's start with you. So tell us, for those of us that don't know you, which if you live under a rock, you don't know Pam. But tell us a little bit about how you got into the paranormal and got into. Actually, let's save that question.
Okay.
I want to know, why did you decide to do? You and your husband decided to do the Gettysburg Bash. Why do you want to give all the proceeds to, veterans? Mm-hmm. What makes your heart work?
So I just knew that we had to give back as being civilians, because so many have given the ultimate price. So in Gettysburg, we started with 13 vendors. We just thought it was going to be something small, something sweet. We knew that we hit on something that was special because the people that came, it was just a really great vibration. And there was this old man who was driving his little tractor, and he was driving it from the West Coast to the East Coast, and then he was retiring. And he said, you guys need to promise to do this again. And so we did, and we got a little bigger, and we went to the Wyndham Hotel. We outgrew the Wyndham, and now this year we're at the Eisenhower and the Aspire, the conference center. So we actually have two charities that benefit from the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. H for H Foundation, which is Batman Heroes for Hire. He gives back to children at risk and children who are fighting through cancer. He gives them their victory laps in the $150,000 Batmobile. He's amazing. Ooh, yeah. And then we have, when you come and you meet Helen Sager, who is president of Pennsylvania Wounded Warriors, you will see why we give to that organization. She is a hero for all.
And it was an amazing story. I know you and your husband prior to this weekend, but I am so glad that I was able to meet you and your husband. What you do and for veterans is amazing, and what you give of yourself is just
They
priceless.
do a lot more than what Pam just said.
Oh
So-
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
I
Oh,
just give people the opportunity and the platform. And if it wasn't for the paranormal field, who is such kind, giving, loving, same field that some people have that hate vibration from, I don't
Right.
see that. We are a huge family. I mean, I see it, but I don't partake in it. I just give people the opportunity and the platform, and everyone comes, participates, and runs with it, and knows that it's something different. We're a paranormal convention with a purpose. We're a weekend of hope and healing. So although all of the field comes together, there's a purpose there.
Right.
There's fun, excitement, family gathering, but there's purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we also do, last year we started giving to Dana's Pink Wishes. So she collects toys year round for children whose families have been affected by cancer. So if a child's mother or father is affected by cancer and they can't do Christmas for them, that's where Dana, her 501c3, jumps in and helps propel that family to maybe a last holiday.
right. So everywhere I turn, you've got good causes just everywhere. Like amazing. I can't sing your praises enough. Y'all, if you haven't met Pam yet, come up to Gettysburg Bash and meet her. It's all going to a good cause. Whoa, look out there, Steve. But and we'll talk about that more. Stacy, let's go to you. Let's introduce. I'm pretty sure people know who you are, but let's introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about what you do and what got you started.
I hate this part. No, I'm Stacy Lee. I'm a Reiki master, a psychic. I call myself an earth whisperer, but I know we spoke this weekend that I can call myself a shamanic practitioner, although I'm not a shaman yet. And I'm also a therapist for my day job. So I kind of combine all of that, and I've created my own intuitive style of healing to help others, to help others get back their light. I do a lot of shadow work. I deal with a lot of people in the shadows and help them get through that and then come back out to their light and empower them to live their best lives, because I've been through some crap myself and trying to be the person I needed.
And I think that's what brings the paranormal world together is I think we've all gone through some trauma. I think that's what
Absolutely
pushes us towards, the paranormal and stuff. And we
light vampire. I like that, Amanda.
we just like in the military, we trauma bond. Well, we trauma bond with each other, and we become family, and that's what happened. That is what happened this weekend. Now, Stacy, what events do you have coming up? And again, we'll hit it at the end too, so everybody remembers.
Yeah, not a problem. I have this weekend coming up. I will be at Moundsville, West Virginia, at the Eastern State, or not Eastern State. Oh my goodness,
brain fart.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a long weekend, and I may or may not have stopped at an Irish pub and had a Guinness before I came home. I'll be in Moundsville. 'Tis the season. I'll be at Moundsville this weekend at a tattoo and oddity show. But then the weekend after that, I'll be back at the Hoover House doing a paranormal workshop with Ernie Atwell for teens to help bring them into the world and show them equipment, show them investigating, show them how to protect, show them some divination tools, show them the right way. They're interested in this. And we want to make sure that they know not everything is demons. Like which one?
You like Zach Bagans? Yeah, I said it.
They're not watching him now. The teens they're watching some of these other YouTubers that are going into these places and showing and showcasing a lot of dark energies.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is true. That is a YouTube trend, unfortunately.
It is. Pam's got all kinds of people. I wish I was still there. I was
I
literally
do
just
too.
there
Look,
4
that
hours ago.
she at that house, like
I didn't.
I hugged everybody goodbye like 3 times
Yeah.
because I kept coming back.
Yeah.
I was sitting in the hotel room playing with my dog, and I'm like, I was just getting tugged to go back over. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. That was me. I was calling you back over.
She was swimming in the tub.
It was in the tub. Speaking of penis Reiki,
So there's my cousin, Thomas Wright, in the house.
I think I've seen that name a time or two in the chats. Hello, Thomas. No, I've already done the brain fart. Thanks, Brian. By the way, y'all, I'm Brian's bitch. If you guys were wondering, oh, I'm his bitch, bro. Like, watch me go into the scary buildings full of demons. That's exactly the YouTube thing. See,
Right.
and I like what you're doing with the teenagers, because there's a lot of people that I have talked to that are our age that had nobody because it was so taboo,
Mhm.
back in the day that you just had. I mean, if you were psychic, you were suffering. Nobody. There was, it was rare
Yeah.
that you find a mentor or a teacher, somebody to
Yeah.
like show you the way. So that's amazing.
I was lucky to have my grandmother, and there's been many in this field that I've talked to that had to shut things down because it was ostracized. Yeah.
And yes, I am your sexy doll,
No.
Brian. Yes. So Pam, tell us a little bit about that amazing house that you live in.
So it's the historic 1912 Hoover House. It was
Mhm.
built by Ira Hoover and his family. Lots of history. I sit on the Historical Society board, so we have the history of Waynesboro at our fingertips. So it was built in 1911. They moved in 1912. It was finished. Ira Hoover actually passed away in our Holzer suite upstairs. 13 years later, his daughter Eleanor died exactly the same way her father did, of cardiac thrombosis. Went through many hands, and it ended up being a care facility. So we have so many people who came through our doors. If you Google and you look up the Hoover House, you can see many of the people who lived here, who died here.
Right.
But when you come into the Hoover House, our main thing is that we want you to know that you're welcomed and that it feels like you're at your grandmother's house. That being said, the basement is totally different. The basement was a speakeasy called the Coal Mine. And you can find some information about that online as well. The Waynesboro was the 4th day of the Battle of Gettysburg. Battle of Gettysburg lasted for 3 days. We were the retreat end of the battle, I should say. So we actually work close with Monterey Pass Battlefield, and we actually take people on that battlefield for paranormal investigations. And we are trying to raise money for them also. So, but that's not to be said that we don't do things in Gettysburg, because we still do. We do the Daniel Lady Farm, the Jenny Wade House, and the orphanage also.
Okay, awesome. And I want to welcome Crystal Hill. Crystal, she's with Ghost Hunting Housewives. Some amazing ladies. I am an official Ghost Hunting Housewife. That was the shirt that I was telling you guys about, the one that says "Let's Go Brandon" on the back. She's the one. Her and her partner are the ones that did that. So let's go, Brandon. That's But Crystal, we got to get y'all up that way. I think y'all would love Pam's house. You need to do some Ghost Hunting Housewife stuff.
Everybody needs to come up. Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And eat some really good food if you catch it on the right day with somebody having a 50th birthday party.
Well, also her breakfasts.
Breakfast.
Her breakfasts are amazing.
Yep, I love to cook. So everybody gets a breakfast, a gourmet breakfast, and there's a coffee and tea bar 24 hours. So we're a bit different. We do investigate, but then there's comfort at night. You know, and
amazing
I tell
rooms
everyone.
too. Yeah, you took me on a little tour.
Mhm.
After you decided not to punch me in the face.
That's
We'll
funny.
tell that story in a minute too. Oh,
Funny.
I didn't hear that story, and I was there.
oh yeah, and it's about you, Stacy. It's about you.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
saying.
Yes.
I got it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
See, when I've got your back, I got your back.
I got bodyguards. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
At
And-
the river.
Yes.
And of course, here I am. I just walk in the front door, like, do.
Yep.
Yep. It's a little dangerous when
A little bit.
I can't
Not
tell this story because it's
Not really.
Not yet.
Not yet. I can't.
What do you have, Pam? Did you go to Dairy Queen?
Ice cream.
Need a battery.
I want some ice
All right,
cream.
no,
It's Dale and Stacy's.
battery.
Oh, okay.
Don't lie, Amanda.
And of course, we got to spend some time with Amanda East and
Yes.
Brad.
I kept
That was
seeing her.
amazing.
I'm so busy, I didn't get a chance to talk to her much, but every once in a while, I'd see her face somewhere.
So, okay, funny story about Amanda and this. Amanda was so kind to give me this and a couple of
Oh
other
yeah,
stuff.
calm. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
And so I'm walking around Pam's house holding this thing because I don't want to sit it
Yeah.
down because I don't want anybody to get it.
What is
And
it?
then I just finally start going around going, "Have you seen my rock?" So thank you so much, Amanda. Oh,
Yes, Amanda's love language is definitely acts or gifts, giving and receiving gifts.
Yes.
Tracy, I'm mad at you. What a cherry cheesecake ice cream. You're killing me, lady. But, oh. I lost my turn. No. So Pam was giving me a
Yeah.
tour, and the rooms are beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
It dropped from 60,000 to 37,000.
And she does say it does feel like you're at grandma's house. It's just that once you walk through that over that threshold, it's
I thought
unlike
it was-
any other haunted location that I've ever been to. It's just relaxed. So you get in the basement. She is correct about the
So
basement.
if I were to sell it,
And when you see, if you guys come up to Gettysburg and you see Pam, ask her to show you the picture
that's
from the
4,000 miles.
basement.
That's what you traded in for.
It's an amazing, amazing picture.
76 miles. From
I'm trying to catch up
3,000
here. Can't touch this. That's right.
Traded in
Here's someone talking about vehicles in the background.
3,000.
Somebody talking what?
Vehicles. in
About
the
vehicles. Yeah.
background.
Yeah.
Okay, Tracy, I'm gonna hold you to that. You're coming my way. We're getting ice cream. Brandon Cooper, want to play a game? I do, bro. I do want to play a game, but I can't with the cards that I have. So I bought this couples card game, right? For me and my wife. And it's just fun stuff. But she doesn't want to play it because she has anxiety issues and I just spring stuff on her. So I'm her anxiety issue. But she told my buddy James that we should play the game. And I was like, well, it's a couples game. I don't think I want to play it with James. Maybe I do. And I think hopefully James Brady and Kim Brady will be coming up with me to Gettysburg.
Mhm.
And now all you people are telling me of your delicious.
Oh, Rev, I
chocolate.
just got this tonight or yesterday. No, Friday. Over the
Friday.
weekend. And
Yeah.
that's why I have it's like warm right now. So I'm like, yeah. But I do. I have more space for more ink. Look, my insides.
Oh, I wanted to get ink therapy. It was just so cool. It was a little boutique event that Pam, you put on these little boutique events quite often, right?
We do. We try to think outside the box when we're not investigating, and kind of bring people in, get them comfortable in the space. And so this weekend we had Mind, Body, Spirit. So we had beautiful facials. We had some our ink artist here, and then it was just so much fun. And then we had Stacy. She was doing some Reiki healings, and it
Yep.
kind of all goes together.
Well, Tracy, come on with us. We've been wanting to investigate together. Come up with us, Tracy. You and your husband are always welcome. Her husband is a he is a Marine. There's no former Marine. Really cool dude. He was a drill instructor. But you couldn't tell it by meeting her husband. He's just so down to earth. And I was so terrified of drill instructors when I was in boot camp. Oh yes, Rez, you do owe me a tattoo session. Thank you, buddy. I'll come see you. Oh, so what is your next boutique event, Pam?
So we have our Ernie and Stacy doing with the kids, the teens. Then we're having something for I don't watch Kentucky Derby, so we're having a Kentucky Derby. We're going to have actually our bar will be opened by a traveling vineyard who has a traveling licensure. We're going to be playing some fun games, just kind of totally outside the box. And then we have things scheduled even up through next June.
Yeah.
So all kinds of little things.
That's amazing. Oh, and for anybody that's in my area, the South Carolina area, it's only like a 8-hour drive, y'all. It ain't nothing to get up there.
Hey, we're close to an airport.
I know. I told my wife when I got home, I said, I need frequent flyer miles. I'm about tired of this driving. But it was a wonderful time. So I'll tell you the weird story about how I ended up meeting Pam and Steve and meeting up with Stacy there. So I was going up to Maryland for the funeral. And out of nowhere, just something in my head tells me to reach out to Amanda East.
Nice.
I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea where she lived. But it just, I typed. I was like, "Do you live in Maryland?" She was like, "Yes, I do." I was like, "Well, I'll be up there. I like meeting people." And she's like, "Well, have you ever met Pam and Steve Barry?" I was like, No, I have not." And she said, "Well, they run the Gettysburg Bash, blah, blah, blah. They'd love to meet you." I'm like, "Heck yeah, I'm down." Mm-hmm. And this before I left, then I had a little birdie in my ear, but I don't think we can cover that on this show. I don't want to go into that, but it goes into more drama, and it's just not gonna happen. Not happening. So you see these ladies, and then you see all these people in the comments. I will defend you to my death. But yeah, it was a really good time. It's a cool little town if you haven't been there. The little what are they called? Row houses down the street.
So we actually do a history walk through town. Like I said, this was the I don't want to say Reconstruction because it was the Confederate Army was leaving Gettysburg and they thought that they were going to be arrested. So they came up through Fairfield, past the David Stewart Farm, largest Confederate field hospital, continued up the mountain. When they got to the mountain, the soldiers called it Mount Misery because, on the third and fourth day, everything was flooding. It was raining, tremendous amounts of rain. They have 14 miles of wagon train up on that mountain. And they couldn't shoot at each other. It was dead of night until the lightning would strike. When the lightning would strike, then they would shoot.
Right.
We have a Confederate headquarters in town. We've got a Union headquarters in town. There was an old fort. So I kind of test people's a little bit like their energies or what do you pick up, trying to say, I don't want to give too much away in case somebody wants to take our tour. And then I'll say, what do you think we're stepping into? What do you think the past history of these 10 steps would have been?
Yeah.
And it gives those people that opportunity to kind of reach into themselves to go, oh, and then we have a lot of pictures then and now. So you might be stepping in it, this part of history today, but here's what it was. So It's a really good teaching point. We've got lots of little boutiques and restaurants in town. So it's a very historical little town.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little Irish bar right across the street, but you're not going to need to go there because you can just hang out with them.
Hang out on our big front porch.
I will say, if and when everybody floods up to the house to go see Pam and Steve, ask for a shot of moonshine. That's all I'm going to say. Now, I don't drink. I did not do this. However, I watched other people do it.
You got initiated into it, Brandon.
Yeah, y'all need to just trust me.
You watched the initiation. You have to be initiated.
I did. I watched it.
Now you're gonna have to tell them because you're gonna have to tell them. So when they come, they can bring their friends who aren't watching this. The moonshine's actually water.
Yep.
And so their loved ones or their friends are thinking that they're taking all these shots of moonshine when it's just water.
Yep. Yep.
We like to play jokes.
And it was fun. Like, she let me in on the joke, like, the first day, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then I got to see it in action on the second day, and I knew it was up. So I helped play it up too. And I'm like patting on the bar and stuff. It was so much fun. The energy, like, y'all.
But then we do have our moments, you know, when we have a paranormal investigation, we are all about the investigation.
Mhm.
You know, and there's a lot of really good techniques that I'm going to tell you guys this technique. Try it, okay? I don't keep any secrets about the histories of Gettysburg, histories of Waynesboro. And so try this technique. So if you have about 10 people, 7 people in an investigation and you need something different to do, every other person should have a voice recorder, if not everyone.
Okay.
Very easy. So what we do is we put somebody on our bottom step, middle step, landing, middle step, landing. We go all the way up to the top of the Hoover House. We pick, there's 3 questions. So 2 questions are set up before, and then the other one is a random question that you want to ask. So the first person goes, I'm just going to do, you know, what is your name? What is your name? What is your name? What is your name? All the way up. Okay.
Right.
Then the top person starts after they ask the first question, they're going to start a new question. How long did you live at the Hoover House? How long did you live at the Hoover House? And then the last one, going back up, you pick a question. So what you're doing is you're having a same question, different vibrations of voices, different levels of the house, and you get different answers the entire time that you're doing it. Mm-hmm. You can do it. If you don't have stair steps, you can do from front door all the way through the house to maybe yard. It's amazing what you get with that.
That's a pretty cool
very
idea.
Old school technique that I was taught by some old paranormal investigators, and it's awesome.
That's awesome. I hadn't even thought about like that.
Me neither. It was taught to me by an old guy, and I was like, oh, we're gonna try that, and it works.
The paranormal telephone game. Yeah.
Yes.
I like it. Yes. I'm gonna try that. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry. I get back to South Carolina and the stuff's blooming, and I'm dead. Oh, and Lee Warner said that she loves your broom tattoo.
Pam's or mine?
I love Pam's broom, but I guess she's talking about you.
I figured. We're all, it's Sunday after St. Patrick's.
I don't have any tattoos. That's a lot. I got a whole bunch too.
I was like, really? Come on now.
I don't have a broom yet. I need one.
Yeah. We got to get you a broom. We'll do it. But I'm like backwards here. Should get a matching broom with me.
Okay.
Oh, that would be cute. And then put one of the little ghosties. Oh. And I received this lovely gift that was purchased from Stacy. And Amanda East purchased it for me. Gift giving is her love language. Because I couldn't get her to quit. And I'm like, I just met you. Stop it. So I will be giving her some free t-shirts.
Yes. Gift giving is definitely her love language. Yes. I make bracelets too. They're all natural gemstones, as he was showing. I'm wearing some right now. I'm actually wearing the same one. I got the same one on. See?
Yep.
Right
here. And what else, Stacy? What, like, you also vend. You don't just do readings and healings. You also vend. What are some of the products?
Yeah, I own the Rustic Spirit. It's a handcrafted healing boutique, I guess you could call it. I do a lot of apothecary stuff. I make candles. I make spell kits, intention candles. I help people with any type of spell work that they might want, like cord cutting, stuff like that. So I help with all those supplies that they would need. It's a lot of metaphysical stuff. I sell tarot cards, sage, not just sage, smudge items, because I have like 7 different types of bundles that I
Right.
sell. And
And they're top quality bundles. I spent a little bit of time going through and looking at what you have in the bundles, and
thank you.
well worth it. Now, do you sell them online, or do people
I
have
do
to
have
come
a
and see you?
website online called therusticspirit.com. I will type it in the chat.
Please and thank you, everybody. Rush to Stacy's page and buy
Not
up
all of
everything.
my bracelets are online because I sell through as you saw, I don't know how much you saw, I sold over the weekend.
Yep.
And this was a very small event. The bracelets sell through very quickly. So I only have like the ones that I make often, like the one you're wearing is on there. Like more of the intention, like ones that I keep often, but the creative ones that come on the spur of the moment from spirit. I that's like one of a kind. You got to come to a show and read it.
Come to Gettysburg Bash.
I will
Also,
yes.
I got to see some really cool equipment.
I have a couple pieces. You want me to show you? I'll show you.
Yes,
Sure.
equipment. Yes.
Because I was supposed to have all this ready in the studio because I was supposed to leave at 5:00 this morning, but whatever. So I don't have the pictures that I took, but I will put them up on all of the socials so you guys can see the pictures that I took of the cool equipment.
Yeah, Lee, I noticed that we do have that same name, the same spelling. I love it. I love it. And yes, I sell the cedar is one of my favorites. I love a cedar bundle, but I do mugwort as well. That's great for dream work, sleeping, helping you get into that lucid dreaming. So those are my 2 favorites, cedar and mugwort.
I got some cedar right here.
Nice.
I'll always keep it. So let's look, like, y'all. Wait till y'all see some of this stuff. Like, it's
Okay, so
super
these
cool.
are just a few pieces because we had more here for the weekend. But so
Well, I'm going to put those pictures up.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to put it in studio where I could pop it up, but I'm going to put it on all my socials.
Sweet. So these are ghost lanterns. So these are REM pods. I feel like it's important for spirit to be connected to an object. So you can say, would you like to come and sit by the lantern? Maybe have a book by it or just yourselves, and invite spirit to connect with the lantern. Then we have these. These are REM pods also. You click it on. You merely, this is the only part that's the REM pod. So you can walk through a historical property and maybe attract spirit or have them be comfortable. And then these are REM pods also. These are called dragon boxes. This is the year of the dragon.
Yes, it is.
So we have lots of these.
I mean, and they're beautiful.
All different colors.
Yep.
Yeah, like, it doesn't even do it justice what she's showing on there.
Like there was a gold one that was just amazing. Yes, that one.
There it is.
So beautiful.
It's shiny. It's so pretty.
Yep. And then here's one more.
Yep, I like that one too.
So all this white, this all glows in the dark. So I owned the Gettysburg Ghost Exchange, and then when we moved to Waynesboro, we really couldn't have it called the Gettysburg Ghost Exchange anymore because it kind of didn't make sense to have a store called Gettysburg in Waynesboro. Yeah. So we are called Historic Haunts of Waynesboro.
Yes, Tabitha, you need to purchase. So where can
so I do have an online presence, but you know what? Honestly, I'm Gen X. My online thumbprint isn't very good. So my phone number is on my Hoover House sign and my store sign. And when you call it, this is what rings. Hey, Pam's going to pick the phone up. So my number is 717-521-7465. If you want a piece of equipment, I am the only woman in the paranormal field who owns a brick and mortar store.
Yes, and we were about to get to that. Like, that's amazing. Look at the paranormal. How many people are in the paranormal and here just in the US? And Pam's the only female with a brick and mortar.
I think that's why I give back, because I've been blessed. I've been blessed.
If you just walked into her store, or just like in the Hoover House, you didn't get to see the store at Brandon. Like the energy in there, like that's how I met Pam. Was stumbling upon her store in Gettysburg.
Oh, cool!
And I just couldn't leave there, and I had to come. Like I'm going to go drive down and see Pam and Steve at the Ghost Exchange, and like it was just like you just can't. It was like it gathered. People gathered at this store, and that's how it started. So
Well,
it's
it's
energy.
because
It's more energy. It's their
yeah,
energy.
I was gonna say it's because of Pam and Steve's energy. Just
Mhm.
amazing. It's great.
Took me a long time to find Steve, you know.
Yeah, I'm still looking for him.
So yes,
Oh.
we do Hanover Tavern Paracon. We have an amazing time every year, and we will be there next year also. That's in January usually.
I'm usually there as well with them. I follow them.
And we do
I'm the
Fair
stalker.
Unity in November,
Mhm.
and we do Penhurst Paracon also. That one's in May, and then of course the Bash is in July.
That's one I haven't been to yet. Is the Penhurst.
It's awesome.
Mhm.
I've heard good things about it, but I just hadn't made it. Of course, I hadn't made it to Gettysburg Bash either, and that's going to change. So, but yes, please go buy everything in her store. Like I want her to be like, I don't know what to do because everybody has bought everything. This is what we want. So, good night, Brian, man. And then when you see Stacy, just go get Reiki. Lots of Reiki. Like just Reiki.
Pam is also a Reiki therapist, a Reiki master.
I don't think I knew that. Okay.
I all of my classes I took, well, most of them, I got my Reiki master in Gettysburg, but then I got my healing mastery in Lilydale. And everything that I've taken, you see my smile.
Yep.
Lilydale is just such an amazing place. My favorite place on earth. It's just so giving and kind, and it's very different. You're so connected to universe while you're through those gates. It's life changing.
That's amazing. I've heard good things about that place. But
Edgar Casey College is really cool too. The ARE. I've taken a couple classes there.
Yes, I've done a lot of research with Edgar Casey. That's what I'm actually working on now. I'm working on Akashic Records stuff.
See, that fascinates me.
Is Tabitha in Lilydale?
Yeah, Tabitha, where I don't even know, where do you live, Tabitha? Tabitha, have you seen my rock, Tabitha? Okay, just a little head, big tip.
Oh, okay.
CK goes there. I don't know who that is. And I just finished my first Reiki class. Well, good for you.
It changes your life, doesn't it, Lee? Like Reiki changed my life. Yeah.
Oh, she's in Virginia. So that's not too far. Tabitha lives in Virginia. Cool. If I'd have known that, I'd stop by your house and ate some stuff. Because I went through Virginia. Virginia is the longest freaking state ever. Like, I called my wife when I first hit Virginia. Then, like an hour later, I called him, like, still in Virginia. Then, like an hour later, still in Virginia. So, well, what makes it even worse is my practice wife. Well, that's what I call my first wife, my practice wife. Her name was Virginia. And so it just seems like the story of my life is I'm trying to escape Virginia.
Still in Virginia?
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, get me out of Virginia. That got me in trouble. I lost half of everything in Virginia. Anyway. Excuse me. What else do we want to talk about? What do we want to talk about? Now that we've gotten the base questions out, what do we want to get out there? What is Spirit telling you that needs to be said? We'll start with Stacy.
Well, are we going to go to the penis Reiki thing, or are we going
to? Please, God, let's do that, because it's like tearing me up inside that we have not discussed this, because I think
we like teased everybody with it, but we haven't talked about it.
So, did you know that there's a new thing called penis Reiki? I didn't either. And apparently, a couple of master Reiki healers didn't know it either, but it's a new thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, so you know what? Stacy and I have been talking. We're going to be doing classes together. We
Nice.
haven't gotten an official date, but we're going to be like meeting with the masters. Haha, I said it. Spirit told me to do that, Stacy.
Yes. You know, and we were
Yep.
supposed to talk this weekend about it, but it was way too crazy
Mhm.
to do that.
So I walk into the house. I was waiting on Amanda and her husband. But I just decided to go ahead because I put the wrong GPS coordinates in. I was supposed to go to dinner with some Sacred Mountain Retreat Center guys and gals because we all met up to go to the funeral. Well, I guess Spirit said screw that. And I thought I put in the directions to the restaurant. And then I cross over into Pennsylvania and I'm like, this doesn't seem right. I watched the Mexican restaurant so far away. And I pull up to their house. So I'm sitting outside. I wasn't supposed to be there till 8. Well, I walk in and I get I get this look from a lady that I later knew as Pam. Protecting Stacy. Now, Stacy, I'm gonna let you take over from there.
Yeah.
Well, wait.
I mean,
Somebody called. Somebody went, Pam.
that's what
and
I
that's
was getting
why
my tattoo, and you came in, and I was like, I wanted her to meet you because I knew you two energies would just click so great. So I was like, Pam, hurry! I was in the middle. I'm like under the needle, and
Yeah.
Pam, and so she thought it was this person.
Penis
we're talking
Reiki.
about.
Man.
She's coming running because we had the whole place prepared in case we needed to throw down. So the story is, and I'm going to be very delicate, and there's going to be no names, okay?
Right. No names. Hey, Becky.
I had a client that I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to do a very short.
However, whatever you want to do, and penis Reiki.
Having some health conditions. He'd been on my table before for healing, and in a I guess passive aggressive way asked me to touch his penis to heal him.
Reiki.
And I felt very uncomfortable. It made me very uncomfortable. So there had been some other things that, this client in the past had made me uncomfortable with. So at this point, my husband takes over and is like, nope, you're not doing this session, and grabs my phone and starts sending messages saying that the appointment's canceled. Stacy feels uncomfortable and leaves it at that. Well, then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
I'm just going to keep putting this comment up.
No, not bigger.
I was going to say, wait a minute now.
But it just, and then the person said, well, I'm coming anyway, because this and this, I want to hear this from Stacy. I wasn't comfortable talking to him. And my husband was trying to tell him that. And he says, well, I'm coming anyway. I'm coming to the.
Okay. I got to say this. Your practice is testy tincture.
So for the rest of the night, of course, everybody was like on my side before you got there. This all happened before you got there. They were all like, if he comes in the door, we got you. If he comes in the door, we got you,
Yeah.
And they're all on alert,
Apparently.
But it just turned into a big joke, and everybody, penis Reiki. And
you know what you need to tell this individual is, look, I'm a healer. I'm not Jesus. I can't raise the dead.
that's kind of what happened all night. We just kept making joke after joke and joke.
It was, it was incredible.
I send love and light to this man. I hope that whatever he is seeking, he finds. But yeah, it was. Oh, it was. Yeah. So you and him come up with a new, like, penis Reiki symbol or hand movement, right?
Yes, we did. Yes, so they're going to be teaching that coming next year. It's got to get into the curriculum. So be on the lookout for certain classes. Penis Reiki 101.
Yes.
Cup and heel. Oh, y'all, we had such a blast. And I can't tell you how much I needed the to just be around everybody, and just so excited when I saw Stacy's post, and you had tagged the house. I'm like, well, shit, that sounds like the place I'm going.
You didn't even know. And then
No, I had no idea.
I'm sitting there getting a tattoo, and he's like, "You at the Hoover house still?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" And he's like, "Come out back and smoke with me." And I'm like, "I'm under the need. I'm a little busy right now." And I'm like, "Why are you here? I'm happy that you're here." I was like,
it was
of all
meant
places,
to
I
be.
never thought I'd run into you there.
You never know where the gnome's going to show up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
Like I said, the smell of sage and ink lured you in.
Yes, because I need some ink therapy. And it will be 4 inches above the body. Yes, thank you, Linda Judd.
Yes.
Hold your hand
Well,
4 inches above the body.
The process of Reiki, and Pam will confirm this, like Reiki is energy, and Reiki energy knows where to go. We're using source spirit energy.
Right.
If I have my hands on the head or on the shoulders or somewhere, it's going to go where it needs to go throughout the body. I don't need to touch your penis
No,
to heal your penis.
it's not how that works. Oh my God, that's going to be the new OnlyFans. Like penisreiki.com.
Oh no, we didn't even think about that. Pam, there's our OnlyFans.
Oh my God, that's so much better than feet.
That's hilarious.
Isn't there a there's a tantric method of, I don't know. I don't want to get too into it because I just like 18 above, stuff like that. Like, I don't know if you guys know what tantric sex is.
Yeah.
There is a tantric method where it is not touching and it is using more of Reiki light.
Now, Tabitha asked, do you use a pendulum?
I do. Sometimes I do use the pendulum, not on the penis, but on like your chakras.
You need a penis pendulum. Find like a penis crystal and make a. That's gonna happen.
Next thing you know, in the mail, I'm gonna have a penis pendulum.
Hey, Katie, I need some penis rocks, Katie. If you can get me some penis rocks. I'm asking my sister for penis rocks. This is where this show has gone. Diagnosed with a prostate pendulum. Whoa, Andy! Ladies and gentlemen, y'all see my next guest for next week. There's Andy.
Yes.
People are crazy.
Yeah, Andy and I actually did a podcast.
Well, you have to read these comments. They're funny.
Oh my God! Hey, we forgot about the penis pod or the cock pod. So we're gonna make a REM pod, and anyway.
You haven't ordered for a new kind of REM pod.
I know what kind it is.
It's gonna be
Yeah. Oh yeah, he knows. A series of massages. There. Yeah.
That's tantric. She's talking about tantric, and it's in the Karma Sutra. I am a studier of tantric and sex magic, and it's real. Like that is, and I do have a sexual energy about me. So sometimes that's what gets me in trouble. Okay. So, but it only gets me in trouble with the creepy people.
Well, that's usually how it goes. I mean, that's just life in general.
I know. But I mean, to me, it's spiritual. Like that's part of our spirituality.
Okay, so now we figure out Linda Judd has tried to leave to get off this podcast so she could lay down for like 3 times, and now
you do make penis quartz.
Yeah, they do make penis quartz.
I do barters.
Find Rocket. Yes, sis. So this is
it rose quartz by any chance?
Oh my God, that'd be amazing. Now look at Scorpio.
That's crazy about that.
Boob pod.
Price, yeah.
I mean, we can't. Hey, Rez, we'll do that. I have to get KD peanut butter. Why is he trying to go to bed? KD Stafford. Let's talk about KD Stafford, Mr. Ghost of Devil's Perch. This man cannot go to bed at night without peanut butter and milk. he gets very ill if he doesn't have his peanut butter and milk at night. Yeah.
That's interesting.
I know. He sends me out. Like I've been with the team 7 years, and for 7 years I know where to get the right peanut butter. So
Chunky?
that's what I do with the team.
Is it chunky or creamy?
No. He likes it always creamy. All right. Have you seen my rock?
I love you, Pam.
I prefer cookie butter, but
Oh, he hears me talking about him. Good. Hey, KD, why don't you go do something, Mister? Oh, look at me. I'm Ghost of Devil's Perch. I love picking on him. I'm sorry, I had to. He's my best friend. So. Creamy or chunky? Yeah. And then yes. So this is what this podcast has become, and it's so great. I need to laugh. I need to relax. This is y'all. Come to Gettysburg Bash. Get you some. What was it? Penis tincture. What did he say?
There was a couple different good ones.
Like ball bomb. I like that.
Ball bomb. Well, wait, you have someone in the room that would go
new product.
Yeah.
New product. Stacey Martin.
Coming soon, Brandon Cooper. You need to show them the punching ghost dicks. I was gonna send it to both of them, but I just met Pam, and I didn't think I should be sending things about ghost dicks to a lady I just met. But I'll send it to him.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, it's so funny. I'll after the show I'll send you the picture. So we have come to about 5 minutes left in the show. I'm only going to do an hour tonight, everybody, because I'm tired. Yeah. I got in like an hour and a half ago. So let's one more time, Pam. Let's list off what your website, your phone number, penis reiki. I mean, no. So where can people find you?
So I have Facebook pages. It's Historic Haunts of Waynesboro, and that is for all of our paranormal equipment, gifts for the mind, body, and soul, and that's also for our historic walks. And then the historic 1912 Hoover House, same telephone number. If you want reservations, just give me a shout. We're about 8,000 square feet. We've got 3 king bedrooms, 2 queens. We try to really get into the history, and we do some table tipping, some Victorian table tipping, and investigate. And then we do public investigations, which are the ones that I listed before: Jenny Wade, Haunted Orphanage, David Stewart Farm, of course, here. And then we have the Aller House, which is our historical society in town. And we also do investigations out of our store. It's an old toll house. It still has the big toll alarm. It used to go right down in the main street of Waynesboro. And then we do our big event, the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash.
And I do have to say this. So when you handed me your the card with the name of your store and the number, and of course I look at her and it's like, so where's Waynesboro? I'm in Waynesboro. I don't know where the hell I'm at. And she just looks at me like, you're in Waynesboro. I'm like, right on. Thanks for not kicking my ass when I walked into your house.
Never.
Okay, and same question for you, Stacey. Where can people find you on your socials and all that good stuff?
The best place is just to follow me or friend me here. With this that you see, and I've already gotten a couple of friend requests, so thank you guys very much. I think even there's a message. I will respond to that message as soon as we're off the air. And I also have Andy and I, the one that peeked through with the green shirt. We have a podcast that we have launched
you
recently.
You guys can come over and peek in and say hi real quick.
Yeah, come on over.
Put that in the link
to say hi to you guys.
Okay.
Where you guys can find that, but the podcast does run.
I'm gonna let the guys put their faces in here for a sec.
And then we'll cover your podcast again. So there's the man, the myth, the legend.
Both of you, get in there.
Oh yeah, your future's so bright, Steve, that you got to put some glasses on, man. I love it. Wait. It's an Andy. Where'd he go? He's doing penis Reiki right now, ladies and
We
gentlemen.
got Andy's car out of here tonight.
We
Oh,
got
good.
the car.
Did you
Nice.
Yeah, I dropped it off.
Awesome. Did you?
It's gone.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Say,
We did fire like we said we were going to do last night.
Tires fell off on the way over, but
hey, Brandon, they didn't try to like kidnap you today, did they? Like me, thought we were leprechauns or something. Little
Dude,
people.
that's why I stayed in my car for 8 straight hours. Like you can't get me. I'm like the leprechaun from the movie. Like I will kill you with a pogo stick.
You really are. So yes,
If anybody
Andy.
gets that
That's
reference,
Andy. He's on that podcast. We're on that pod. It's our podcast that we run together.
yes.
So
And what is the podcast name now that since Andy is here? And
it's called Becoming Enchanted. It's both on YouTube and on Facebook. So if you follow, yep, I got it too.
Oh, nice.
Becoming Enchanted.
you're hitting the keyboard, dude.
I did put it in the links on the comments. I think I'm on the comments that I am on, though, I think is on Shaman Sunday page. So, yeah, it's that link. You can just look it up on YouTube, or you can watch right here on Facebook. You can friend Andy or I and watch it on there. So
And I'll start sharing y'all's podcast out too
Thank
on
you.
on Shaman Sundays Facebook and
we need to get you on too. So,
well, just let me know.
mhm.
So and it's
Oh, I also
so
wanted
weird to have.
sorry, if you don't mind, I wanted to let you guys know that I do virtual sessions as well. So I do offer that. I'm at shows a lot. I go to shows in 4 different states. But I do offer virtual sessions for those who are interested.
Well, there you go. Please
That's real
reach
hard
out.
right now, dude.
Like you said, I think you got a couple friend requests already. So good.
I have.
And it's
Thank
so
you.
weird to look down and see
in
next
the room,
week's
you can't
guest
see.
already on my podcast.
Ask you, Steve. How do you do that?
What are we
Are
doing?
you guys whispering? Talk louder so we can hear
Oh,
you.
what are we talking about?
No, they're trying to read the comments, but they're
Oh.
old and blind.
I don't have my glasses. Hold on, let me get my glasses.
Well,
You
this
should-
one says that I
You
should
should
close with a happy ending.
Happy ending.
Okay, now I can see.
All right. Well, here's the biggest one. I should close with a happy ending. That's what happens when you come on Shaman Sundays.
And that's why our energy fits, right?
There we
Like,
go. Now, yep. Now here's the gang. Oh, I want to thank y'all so much for not only the hospitality that I was shown at the Hoover House and the friendships that I have made. Stacy, you know I love you. So it was so good just to see you. And I always end my show with the same quote. And Pam, hopefully this will mean something to you. Stacy, I'm sure it means something to you. But I always say, it's not about surviving the storm, but it's how you dance in the rain that matters.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Guys, tune in next week when the guy in the green shirt down there is going to be on my podcast.
This guy?
And you should do it naked. Just kidding.
We're going to do it
Thank you
naked.
for having us.
So, thank you again. Thank you to my tribe for tuning in. I love each and every one of you, and always know that the old shaman's got your back.
Thanks for having us, guys. That was fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was
everybody.
great. Guys, tune in next week where my guest will be that guy, Andy. I think it's next week. Is it next week, Andy?
Yeah, you said next week. I was there. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. Still, until next time, guys, I love each and every one of you. Good night.
Love you. Bye, cuz.